We are back with Dr. Jenna Mendelson, a licensed clinical psychologist with LeBauer Healthcare, talking all things back to school and mental health. Parents always have big concerns about making sure their kids are okay coping with things. And this year, they've got to cope with COVID and maybe wearing some masks in the classrooms. How do you help manage that fear or anxiety in your child about that?
Yeah, there's so much that can feel so out of control and be so out of control about COVID. I actually think mask wearing is a great opportunity to give your child some control. So involving them in the selection of the masks, making sure that they have a mask that is comfortable for them. And at this point, there are all kinds of different masks with all kinds of fun patterns. So letting them pick masks that are fun for them, that feel like an expression or even a fashion statement.
There's also all those worries that we've heard kids ask parents of, what if someone in my class gets COVID? Or what if I get COVID? How do you manage those fears?
So for those kinds of fears, sometimes it can be good to sit with your child and really think it through, to make a plan. What would you do if someone in your class got COVID? What would we do as a family? And really think it through, start to finish. This shows your child that they're not alone, and it takes a big, overwhelming, unmanageable fear and contains it a little bit, gives them a sense of what might happen if this scary thought were to actually come to fruition.
Speaking of not being alone, this is the first time a lot of kids are back with their friends in the classroom. What do you do if your kids might be having a little trouble making friends?
Just talking to them about that process, making sure that you are there for them, that they know you're there for them, and that you're there to talk to them. Setting up play dates outside of school can be a great way to help your child make friends. So even looking to speak to some of the parents, seeing if they'd be up for getting their child together with your child as safely as possible, of course, can be a nice way to help your child make some connections with classmates.
Friends are just one of the benefits of being back in school. There's so many other positives. How do we help our kids focus on those positives and not the negatives?
Well, one thing that can be helpful in terms of focusing on the positives is sitting down with your child. Often the end of the day is a nice time to do this, and think about everything that went right today or everything that you're grateful. And everything can be kind of a big number. So sometimes it's good to contain it with, like, let's just think of 3 things that we are really happy happened today or that we feel good about today.
Speaking of feeling good, is there any feel-good advice you have for people headed into the year? Any last thoughts?
I think this year has been challenging for so many of us in so many different ways. And I think it's an opportunity for all of us, adults and children alike, to reflect on everything that we've already gone through and, feel proud of ourselves and build our own resilience.
So much good advice today. We really appreciate you being here. Definitely want to have you back on soon as the school year goes on.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure.
If you missed any of this, it will all be in the 2 Wants to Know section of WFMYnews2.com.